Alright, we have brought all of those images. It's not gonna be all 6 images for Project Sakai images, and except for just one last thing. And there must be one image from Friday Night Funkin as well, so we're gonna be trying to add them all for some sort of like a across the monstrous glitched cookies around here. So we're gonna be trying to start around here first, and let's just be trying to prefer like these things or some sort of a monsters like that for. And I hopefully we're starting off with latte cookie. So even that before that isn't going to be such as well. She was probably a monster that wasn't pretty similar to Mrs. Delight. So she would be staying away with this danger zone with some sort of a monsters as well. She was completely affected as well. And what is next? That we're gonna be going for some sort of a teacher as well. The science teacher is going to be for one thing is this. The 404 error is going to be on this other side. And the next thing could be actually not finding like those monsters as well. So I'm gonna be getting a little bit going to scroll down. And because of all of a sudden like all of the monsters, including the space donut, I cannot believe it was a tragic day that there must be a lot of monsters. So, it was blotted by something like else? Not even seriously. Including Snow White, Aladdin, and anything it goes. So I better be try to choose like anything before. It won't be gonna be try to end like of this video, and it's going to be pretty close. And the next thing is going to be for a librarian, and it's not gonna be trying to get things for somewhere all the way other side like these things. And what about the pomegranate cookie? She was pretty alive as well, and not by any other kinds of time, and not like anything about for this girl from over here. So there must be one for some sort of a policeman over here. So the monster is going to be right over here. And it's going to be even try to chase you down. Meanwhile, so isn't going to be like that pretty scary as well? Not much is going to be. For even though we shouldn't able to be scroll down without the principal and Kuinaman, and it's I'm probably sure that was I'm pretty ran out of ideas as well, including for some sort of like those beasts as well. Even this is some sort of a part of like the monstrous things as well, including like those are like anything as well. So I'll be back in a few minutes when I just try to find myself all the way from its finding teachers as well. I never giving a simple answer to get ourselves to find it quickly before it's gotta be too late. It's not gonna be almost done yet. But I'm certainly it's going to get a little bit for one thing. It's going to be having a lot of cookies heading on their way. Or even not as possible that we got on their way. And next up is going to be the bus driver. It could be even this man as anyways. So it's gonna be right behind above her and the rest of the children as well. So I never believe it. This is not going to be going for very insanely moments as well. So should we get a little bit crossed as well? And I cannot believe there must be a bus driver behind for one reason. So that is not going to be all at last. And we're pretty sure that we still completely try to add for survivors as well. So we still actually gonna be trying to do this as well. And instead there must be one kind of person from right over here, and especially from their kids. And the cream unicorn, where is she? Or he was. So I'm not gonna be honest with you. So it was gonna be trying to do this. That must be cream unicorn had gone turned very infected like beasts as well. So we're not gonna be using for some sort of an inappropriate way. So I guess there must be some sort of monster around in the merry-go-round or the carousel. So I'm probably sure there must be a sheriff rider in the distance below for me. So I cannot believe these is one of a monster trick that I never sure that is not gonna be low for this thing as well before we're gonna be end of this video. And I cannot believe that we actually said these monsters are just actually being for between for alive for just as well. So it's going to be for Stardust was actually had for one eye. He wasn't like the member of the surviving and things as well, so I never should be able to better go all the way around. And right behind them there must be some sort of monsters on the background. So this isn't gonna be going for very much as well, so not right behind them. But there must be some sort of a monster lurking away from anything beyond of this. And so on. This is not his wife, but this is actually Moonlight or a monster that really possibly to do this. And she's gonna be in here and not by her as well. So we're still gonna be coming down as well, and I cannot believe there must be some sort of many new things as well. And what about Pure Vanilla? He was mirrorized by this one thing as well. This is potentially one of their things. Could it be worse? Like therefore. And I cannot believe those ancient cookies have just believed they got there instead of the cake hounds. And it looks like something is being taken over for one thing as well. So there aren't survivors, but some of those monsters has just completely taken over, and this is not done yet. And especially from him or really her, the golden cheese it was. So I never pretty find the golden cheese like anyways as well. So I didn't remember that she was floating in the air. And I cannot believe this is actually going to be going for way try to do this as quickly as possible. So even for that, she was a witch flying around and flying overall as well. So what about the golden cheese? And especially that must be gonna be going to flying around. She was small and flying all the way in the circus. So I never believe this is almost done. I think it's not gonna be going for a round for done as well, so it's going to be about for almost done around here as yet. And especially without golden cheese, corrupted version. This isn't going to be going for round for many more reasons as well. So I got her at these. So there is another ancient cookie. And where is Holly Berry? It wasn't going to be pretty here to do so. But I got on my case. It was probably here that she was a monster as well. So even for that, and I gotta making things a little bit quick as well. So she might get behind as one of the agents. So not for long is going to be making things a little bit a lot crazier than I never expected about it as well. So even the non-canon as Dark Cow was being infected like the monsters. So he was even sad like before this. And so he wasn't even inside the realm. And especially something is being caught red-handed. And what about the guards? But I think it's already done that I just still gotta be heading a little bit of work. So I think that should lead to the end of this video. But after this isn't gonna be going around for this thing as well without showing any other kinds of these things as well. Or sprites like anything. Okay, it's all done, and I thankfully this is gonna be the end of this video, and we'll see this one drafts as well. But I got multiple of them because that's not even to do this as well that I just made for this video for pretty good stuff as well. And I never getting rid of this thing as well. So if you like for today's video for around here, and I make sure that the comic studio is gonna be linked in the description down below, including the main website as well. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'll see you mini lads all later. That probably this is gonna be Turbo Concept is signing off like I already said. So I'm probably sure that I'll be finishing up for about of this comic for even further that I'll be spending for so many hours, and it's going to be truly that I wasn't actually worth it as well.